तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। वंदे गुरुर्मंडलम। शिवोहम। Let's continue with our journey in Swaryog with Shiv Swaroday. Till now we have covered 7 verses of Shiv Swaroday. In the previous verse we briefly discussed about the process of Panchikaran. Now moving on to the 8th verse. Here Lord Shiva says, Tebhyo brahmandam utpannam tairev parivartate viliyate cha tatraiva ramte punah. First, let's understand the literal meaning of the verse. It states that the universe is given birth and transformed by the great 5 tattvas, and further it merges back into them. In this cyclic process, the 5 elements thereby remain in their subtle forms. This verse is actually talking about an aspect of manifestation of this universe. When I am saying manifestation of the universe, it means this vast universe for you. The universe that consists of uncountable galaxies, billions of stars, solar systems and planets, etc. For someone who doesn't have capacity to see beyond the universe, maybe this planet Earth, sun, moon, stars in the sky. But universe is an interesting word and is used in different ways. When the phrase my personal universe is used, we are giving this word an objective, individualistic meaning. It is then the collection of all subjective experiences of our lives. Yes, this is also a universe, our personal universe. This personal universe has all our relationships, positions, ideas, emotions and challenges, etc. So in this personal universe, whatever we are manifesting is being created by these 5 tattvas. The 5 tattvas that are around us in subtle form are continuously creating and transforming our personal universe. To get more clarity about the power of tattvas, let us see this example. Suppose you want a car. The desire here is of manifesting a car in your life, or what we may call your personal universe. There are various ways through which this manifestation has been described by modern writers. Commonly used manifestation uses a process where you need to focus on the object of your desire and visualize about it in a positive manner. And this process, when oversimplified, is known as law of attraction. I personally do not subscribe to this because there are too many flaws in this model of manifestation and many steps are missing due to oversimplification. Anyways, to understand this process of manifestation from the point of view of yogis, you will need to know the alchemy of the 5 tattvas. In fact, these 5 tattvas are ever present in the universe, all around us, in subtle form. So when you wish to manifest an object in your personal universe, you systematically connect with these 5 tattvas that then transform from the subtle form to a gross form as per your sankalp. Swaryog is the sadhana through which such manifestation becomes possible. But we should understand that whatever manifestation we desire will always be under the laws of universe. Meaning, thereby you will not create a car out of nothingness in just thin air. Rather, otherwise, where the resources are crystallized, the transitions are speeded and the object of desire is acquired. The other important point here is that once the purpose of the desired or manifested object is accomplished, the five tattvas get back in their subtle forms. It simply means that these five tattvas are actually various energies that exist as subtle as well as gross forms, and in general are capable of changing their state according to the sankalp in space time under the established laws of universe. That's all for today. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I bow down to the divine sitting in your hearts. Shivoham.